And not unlike your own, Angela Shelton dices and dines, learns and loves. The only thing she cannot seem to do is play by the rules. So here we find her, stirring up recipes for your body and mind. Today, Angela gives thanks for all her bits and pieces.
It's time for a Stirring Up Trouble flashcard. Select one for a focus of the day. Love. It's important to love yourself and others. Chocolate can induce a serotonin response in your brain that is similar to love, but there's nothing like the real thing. Start with loving yourself, and you can use chocolate if you like. It's Thanksgiving, and I'm here with my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey.
We're going to get over our fear of making Thanksgiving dinner. Kind of like we're going to get over our fear of our bodies. We all come in different shapes and sizes. Right, Mom?
Yes.
Kind of like turkeys. This is an 11-pound turkey. It's important to love your body and accept the way you are. And did you know, ladies, that you happen to have a special little place called a G-spot? We're going to demonstrate how to find your G-spot on a turkey. There have been many articles and essays about the G-spot claiming that it doesn't exist, when in fact it really does exist. This is going to get graphic, people.
Okay.
You want to reach in right behind your clitoris. Yes, I said that word. When you reach in with preferably 2 fingers, you will find a little mass of tissue, and there's a rough spot that feels kind of like a cat's tongue. That's your G-spot. When you manipulate it, it heightens your sexual pleasure, much different than a clitoral orgasm. Clitoral orgasms are centered around the genital area. G-spot orgasms are full body orgasms. If you'd like to take your orgasm to an entirely new level, you can learn to female ejaculate. It's kind of strange to be talking about this with my mother present.
What would your grandmother say if you were talking to her?
My grandmother would tell me to get a soapy washcloth and go take care of it. Now, if you'd like to take it to a whole new level, you can learn to ejaculate. Yes, female ejaculation exists. It's not a myth. Right, Mom?
That's what I hear.
You'll have to practice, but not in my house. That's weird. Female ejaculation takes 3 easy steps. Kind of like I'm going to lather this turkey in butter, stuff it, and bake it. All you have to do is manipulate the G-spot, press down on the outside of your belly while you caress the clitoris. It can get complicated. It's easier with a partner. This is very strange with a turkey. It's best if your partner uses their fingers and their mouth. Their mouth on your clitoris and their fingers inside you. We're getting very graphic. You can help them by pressing down on your own belly with your fist or your hand. You want to press until you feel their fingers pressing against your hand. Then you're on your way to female ejaculation. It may feel uncomfortable at first, kind of like you have to pee. Just relax and go with it. Then you may squirt or gush. The liquid that comes out is called amrita. You have to bake an 11-pound turkey for about 4 hours, so you have plenty of time to experiment. And then give thanks. What do you think about that, Mom? Are you learning some new things to incorporate in your own sex life?
I think it's important to get beyond our comfort zone no matter what.
Are you comfortable moving past your comfort zone, Mother?
Oh, honey, every time I'm around you, I have to move beyond my comfort zone.
Well said. Yay! We're going to make our turkey. You shouldn't be afraid of making Thanksgiving dinner. It's a lot easier than you think. It's very similar to when we roasted our chicken on the very first episode. All it is a turkey, and I'm going to slather it with butter, salt and pepper it, and I'm going to put a little bit of chicken stock in the bottom so that it steams it. Once I do that, I'm going to turn it around so the breast is on the down, because you know how we like the breasts on the bottom and the fanny facing up. Makes the breasts more supple. As I was preheating the oven to 325 degrees, it's getting hot in here, so I left my butter out and it got all soft and gushy. It's fun to make a mess. All you do is lather it around that turkey. That's fun. You can find other ways to get messy too during playtime. It's highly recommended.
There's some pretty graphic pictures on the web if you Google female ejaculation. I couldn't believe it.
Have you ever ejaculated?
Are you talking to me, then?
You.
Oh, you weren't looking at me. Can you look at me and say that question?
This is a really fun thing to do with your partner, too. You can also use oil, olive oil or coconut oil, to get it all nice and juicy. Then you're nice and messy. It's okay to get messy sometimes. It's kind of fun. Cleanup can be rather interesting, too. By buttering up your turkey or oiling it with olive oil or coconut oil, it makes it taste better. The butter and the oil seep into the meat. Now, when you buy your turkey, and you should definitely get an organic turkey, make sure you put your hand fully into it and remove everything. Sometimes you'll find giblets and things wrapped in plastic or little packages. You want to remove them before you bake your turkey. It's nice to massage it. Do you think other mothers and daughters talk about sex?
I certainly hope some do.
I think people need to talk more about sex and then have healthier sex. You want to make sure the opening is completely available for you to stuff it with all kinds of good things, like garlic. I'm going to take this whole bulb of garlic and just stick it in there with the skin and everything. It'll cook and get really mushy, and all the skin will come off, and all the goodness will seep into the meat. It'll be great. I'm going to put a whole onion inside my turkey too, because I think onions and garlic go really well together. But I'm going to peel my onion. All you do is cut a little sliver in there and peel it off. Here's my onion. I cut it in half and peeled it. And I'm going to stick the whole thing in there like that. Just cram it in there. Cram it in there with my garlic. Oof, if it doesn't fit, you can move around your garlic and your onion until everything fits in there. You can work it in. To experience G-spot orgasm and female ejaculation, in my experience, it's better with a partner. It's hard to do everything yourself. Sometimes it'll get too intense if you try to do it on your own, and you'll stop. Whereas a partner, they'll help you cross that edge. Strange things to talk about with your mother about on Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm going to salt and pepper the whole thing, and then turn it over because we like the fanny up and the breasts down. It's my little grinder. Lemon pepper. You can use regular pepper or cracked pepper or white pepper, any kind of pepper. I just particularly like lemon pepper. My hands are slippery from all that butter. This is going to be an exciting Thanksgiving.
Ready?
And then I add salt. I'm going to salt and pepper this side. My hands are greasy. Fun. And then a little salt. Salt and pepper and butter. That's all I did. None of your husbands ever did that?
Are you kidding? No.
Really?
Really?
That's grounds for a divorce.
Well, I'm not married.
She can be. Here's a cup of chicken broth. All I'm going to do is pour 2 cups of chicken broth around the bottom of the pan, because then the juices kind of seep around and steam up around your bird. Now, if you're like me and you love Bragg's liquid aminos, you can do a little squirt of Bragg's on this too. Just a little bit for some taste. Do you want to get married again?
I would. Yeah, why not?
I could list off lots of reasons not to get married.
Well, I could too, but we're not talking about that.
Although sex is better, according to Charlotte Castle, my hero, with a committed relationship.
Yeah, and that's what marriage is, right? You're just committed until things don't work anymore.
You're married until you're not married anymore.
Yeah.
I've never really been married.
I don't think I have either. I refuse to change my name again, I'll tell you that right now.
All you do is make a little tent of aluminum foil over your turkey and bake it for about 4 hours. Make a little turkey tent. I don't like following rules, and I certainly don't like rules making me nervous or frightened. So I'm going to make some casseroles and some stuffing and some pies that are completely outside the box, like potatoes au gratin, except I'm going to use turnips, because turnips, well, they're better for you. Like me. You can check out my website for the recipes at stirringuptrouble.com. Don't be scared. Experiment. Oh, I have 4 hours to kill. Whatever will I do?
Here comes Johnny Appleseed to stop facial abuse.
Hey, good looking. Hey, good looking. What's that on your face? Ow, splinter in my elbow. Did you know that most of the beauty products out there contain tons of toxins which are both bad for you and the environment? I'm not kidding. Your skin absorbs close to 60% of all of the beauty products that you put on your face. So don't you think it's time to start doing some research? Go to thecosmeticdatabase.com to find out what products are good for you and the environment. Because you're beautiful. Don't ruin it.
Yay! Happy Thanksgiving!
Thank you, honey.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I made all this.
Wow.
And I just wanted to point out that when I was baking the turkey, you have to put more chicken stock in there every couple hours and baste it. And so I took my chicken stock. I added 2 more cups, by the way. This is turkey. This is apple stuffing. Yummy. Apple cornbread stuffing. Green beans. And then I made potatoes au gratin, but instead of potatoes, I used turnips. You can find all the recipes on stirringuptrouble.com and in my cookbook. Just wait. You remember in the first episode when I made that chicken? And when you put the breast down, it kind of falls apart. The same thing happens with the turkey. So there's not that moment where you have to take the turkey out and get all stressed out about carving it. You just literally take tongs and just jam it in the turkey. So what are you grateful for, people? Because I'm grateful that you're in my house.
I'm grateful for this turnip au gratin. That's what
Oh my God, that turnip au gratin is so good.
I'm really grateful I built you a kitchen.
Yeah, Mom.
I'm grateful
Good
you
job.
built her a kitchen
I'm
too.
grateful you built her a kitchen too.
So by the way, who wants to eat the G-spot piece?
Gravy, anybody?
Can I have some turnip?
So shall we hold hands?
Bless his food.
Yeah. Thank you for this food and for all of my friends and my alternative family during Thanksgiving, and thank you for letting me find spots that I didn't know really existed and letting me practice what I preach. Amen.
Okay, right. So let's talk more about
Thanks.
this alternative family thing.
Many times, your real biological family is crazy.
Except for your mother, of course.
Yeah, your mom's
She
too.
said many times.
Oh, I see.
Not always. Sometimes you have to invent your family.
Well, at least it gives you someone to eat Thanksgiving meals with.
Some people do have a real problem with breaking away and spending time for Thanksgiving how they would like to, rather than what their family expects them to.
And there's so much stress, and you know, this is where the families get together and pregnant ex-wives show up, or you know, people argue. Whereas, you know, you would hope it would be, you know,
Serene
all the
and
people getting
peaceful.
together in the kitchen and preparing a big happy meal.
Like we did
But
today.
from what I've heard, that's not the case.
Yeah, you create it.
That's what's so great. You get to choose your family members, the ones you really like. And let's play that game
Oh.
where we each go around and we say one thing that we're thankful for. It's a good game to like say to a person.
What are you thankful for, Johnny?
Well, I was gonna say I am really grateful for meeting you because you helped me get inspired to start my own business and to trust that, and you were so supportive, and the voice in my head was going, you don't want to do that, you don't want to do that.
Wow.
So thank you.
You're welcome. Aw. I'm grateful for my house and all my friends and the fact that I do what I really love to do, and I survive by doing it. And I not only survive, but I thrive. Because I really made that decision to only do what I really love to do.
Well, I had a strong fear before I met you of
Really?
pursuing my creative passions. That's something you've taught me.
Really?
Is to actually follow my passions and dreams and those crazy, silly things that I colored in when I was 6 years old.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like those things.
That's
That's
awesome.
true to yourself. You know.
Aw.
No,
I'm grateful for that.
I'm grateful to be here and for the many things that you've taught me too, Angela. It's that's one reason that I started my book recently,
Really?
is because I was inspired by you and what you've done.
That's who I'm grateful for.
We're all grateful
Yeah.
for Black Pussy.
I mean, some people never in their life begin to even get in touch with what brings them joy and bliss and happiness. So I'm just grateful to have, you know, found the G-spot at 50 when I was 50, or start writing now, you know, at the beginning of my 60s.
than never at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, honey.
Yay.
You're welcome, Mom. Thank
The
you.
food's great too.
Oh.
Do men have a G-spot?
Did you make that?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Stir up trouble. Stir up trouble. Stir up trouble.